From the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verse 2, read with me. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. For I am that I am, your power, the set apart one of the spiritual man, or the spiritual mind, your Savior. What are those waters and the rivers that are threatening to overflow you? Do you think we might be able to uncover what they are if we look at the scene with Peter and Christ, Peter walking on the water? You see, Peter is symbolic of faith, which is confidence. You see, our confidence in I am, in God's loving nature, keeps us afloat on the waters, on our emotions, on our stormy emotions. You see, confidence, or Peter keeps his eye, his mind on Christ. What is Christ's name? I am salvation. The Savior or the salvation is I am. I am is God's name. Name means nature. So the Savior or the salvation is God's loving nature. The Savior or the salvation is found in remaining in God's loving nature, keeping our eye, our mind on Christ, on God's loving nature. Remaining in God's loving nature is what that means. You see, that is what it means that Peter, or confidence, keeps his eye, his mind on Christ. He keeps walking. He doesn't pay attention to the stormy emotions, the waters, you see, the flood. Neither does he pay attention to the stormy winds, the stormy thoughts. You see, he keeps his eye, his mind on remaining in a loving, peaceful state of being. That is what it means to know Christ. That is what it means to be married to him. And that is how we overcome all obstacles that we face on our faith journey, as we are being transformed by the renewing of our mind, you see? What is that fire that we go through? It is the fire of the carnal mind. You see, we are the gold that is tried in the fire, and acceptable men are made in the furnace of adversity. That's from the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 5. You see, in the furnace, you have your gold, right? That's you. And in order to get the dross, all the uncleanness off of the gold, you have to have fire. What is the dross? The dross is not something outside of you or any acts that you do. It is the way that you think and feel and speak about God's name. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. It is how you take his name, his nature. Are you blessing it? I am loved, I'm peaceful, I'm joyful, I'm powerful, and reaping the life thereof? Or are you cursing it, lying about it, or blaspheming it, which means the same thing? I'm stupid, I'm worthless, I'm powerless, I'm poor, I'm hopeless, I'm lost. You see, the power over life and death lies in your tongue. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. So in that furnace, you have to have fire, right? In order to get the dross off. All of your unclean thoughts about God's name, his nature, the way that you think, feel, and speak about his name. That fire is psychological suffering. It is induced by the carnal mind, which is death. The death is the psychological suffering. It's not the dying away of this physical body. You cannot die. You are spirit inhabiting the body. Spirit is consciousness. It cannot die. It can only be transformed. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, you see? Do you see how Satan, the carnal mind, is used by God, the awareness of being, to cleanse you of all your unrighteousness, your wrong thinking about God's name? Do you see how God uses him as a tool? He uses the fire that you go through, the psychological suffering that you go through, which is the result of you listening to his suggestions, because he is the accuser of the brethren, are, I am worthless, I'm stupid, I'm powerless. If you take them on, if you make yourself one with them, if you receive his fruit or his information and you eat it, you make your mind one with it, you suffer the death, the psychological suffering. That is the fire that you go through. That is the fire that cleanses you. Do you see? Isn't that also the fire that Job went through? Didn't God use Satan, the carnal mind, to test Job and to make him perfect? No, not to make him perfect, to show that he is perfect. Because he says in the beginning of Job that he is a perfect man, a complete man, an acceptable man, you see? So why did Job still suffer the things that he suffered? Because he gave in to believing the lies of Satan. You see? In Job chapter 3, verse 25, he says, all the things that I feared greatly, they came upon me. So you see, the things that he feared, he attracted them. The way that you think and feel in your heart, that's how you are. Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. Whatever you fear is attracted into your life. But whatever Satan meant for evil, God meant it for good, you see? So in the end, Job was blessed double. He received double from God because he didn't stray away from blessing his name. When his wife, his feelings came to him and said to him, curse God and die, curse I am, lie about I am and die. He said, you speak as a foolish woman, and that's what you ought to say to your feelings. Your wife, when she comes to you and tells you, man, we are lost, just curse God and die. Just lie about I am. Say I am worthless. Say I am stupid. Say I am powerless and just die. Just suffer. Say, you are a foolish woman. I am loved. I am peaceful. I am joyful. I am powerful. I am valuable. And you will overcome all things. That is the power of the Holy One of Israel, of the set apart one, of the spiritual man, the spiritual mind. That is the God. That is the power of the spiritual mind. Be ye renewed by the transforming. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind today.